Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ulan Gaming, and I'm here with another update for the Age of Empires 3 Companion App. Now, I know it's been a while since I last did one of these, but we've been working on one of the most important features of this app, and it was really important that we got it right, and it took us like 4 fucking days to get it working, but it's finally almost perfect. It's functional, just a couple discrepancies here and there that are still being ironed out, but it finally looks good enough to actually show. So that's what I'm going to be doing today with you guys. So we have two new features to show you guys today. We're going to show you the more kind of casual, oh, that's kind of neat kind of feature, and then we'll go on to the big one. Real big shout out to Hellpunch for creating this app. I'm going to continue to just hey, I'm just going to continue to call him out for every single one of my videos for allowing me the honor of helping him out and making videos and showing this project to all of you guys. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. So first thing Hellpunch did was over on the profile page, we can see we have new charts to show what civs you've recently played. As you can see, I have a perfectly balanced pick selection, just picking all of the civs and absolutely no favoritism to any of my civilization choices in particular. Over here, we also have another chart to show all the civilizations that have been played against you recently. So as you can see, recently I've been playing against a lot of Germany, Dutch, and Mexico, with lots of others sprinkled in. And this is a very accurate chart, really impressive chart, really impressive work. I'm not entirely sure what the timeline for the pie chart is. It might be like 7 to 14 days, somewhere around that range. I'm not entirely sure what the time frame on it is, but what I do know is that this is really, really fucking cool as a civ. It just gives you an idea about what the popularity of other civilizations at any given moment, which is kind of neat, assuming you play a plenty. So now let's go over to the really cool feature of this app that I want to show you guys off, the counter screen. We finally got this working, and it took a while, and it's pretty great. It's actually functional. So all the units in the game are listed here. They're separated by first type and then second alphabetical. So we have at the top, we have all of the artillery types. Then A through Z. So if we scroll down here, it would go from obelisk gun down to siege elephant. And then after that, it goes down into the cavalry, A through Z again. And then it goes into the infantry, A through Z, so on and so forth. It goes through the mercenaries, all through the ships, all the explorers, pets, everything. So then, how this actually functions is, let's say you're fighting against, like, an Aztec player. And you don't know what to start with because you don't know the Aztec units that well. Let's be honest, the Aztec units are kind of weird anyways, so what would you do? You'd go, I wonder what Hussar would be like against Aztec, and what Aztec have to counter Hussar. So you search up Hussar, and it pulls up this drop-down, and there's one drop-down for every single civ, as well as mercenaries, natives, revolutions, and miscellaneous units that are map-dependent, such as the Renegado. And so then you would click the Aztecs, and you see, oh, well, here's all the units that Aztec have that counter the Hussar. We have the Eagle Runner Knight, the Jackal Runner Knight, the Puma Spearman, and the Skull Knight. And so eventually, you'll be able to click each of these, and you'll be able to go to a page that goes into more information on each of these units, but it hasn't yet been implemented, so you can't actually click them yet, but you will be eventually too. Let's do another example, skirmishers. This should be a pretty good representation right here. So the skirmisher, let's say you're fighting against Germany. So you pull up the Germany, and you see everything that counters the skirmisher. It's mostly just artillery plus the Ulan. And you're like, okay, well this is what I need to watch out for if I pick skirmishers versus Germany. And I need to watch out for these particular units, and that's how you use this counter page mostly. It's definitely a fantastic tool, in addition, for just when you don't know what units of civilization has access to, and especially for new players. And this goes really, really in depth. And I know this because I'm the one who went through and assigned all of the units to all of the civilizations. So let's look at, real quick, Japan. We see Japan has access to falconets. Actually, that's not a great example just because there's only one. Let's, real quick. Japan has access to, we see in this one, musketeers. And that is because of the consulate. They get musketeers and falconets through consulate. It takes in consulate stuff as well, and it gathers... what I was trying to do here is I didn't put mercenaries available for the Civ, is unless the Civ actually has an inbuilt ability to train the mercenary every single time. For example, if we look at Dutch has the age-up mercenary contractor where you can get El Medi at the saloon, so I took that into account and put the El Medi as a trainable Dutch unit in the counters page, because it is theoretically something you might run into. It just goes into stuff like that. And it took a long time to do, and we're pretty proud of how it turned out. It took us like 4 or 5 days to get it to the state it is in now. But this is all I have to show you guys for now, so please stay tuned for the next update, and have a great